Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie. This is Wrestling Color Podcast. Please make sure to thumbs up this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out all the other content that is available to you on this YouTube page. I'm still on my road to 200. It's moving kind of slow, but it's moving. It's chugging along. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram and Twitter. I gets it in. So a lot has happened this weekend. We had the Super Bowl and all that bullshit, which is fine. We had SmackDown, which was terrible. We had Raw, which did nothing for me, but it's a little bit better than SmackDown, I guess. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I have not been able to get through any full shows of Raw, and I haven't been able to get through half of SmackDown. I did post a couple pictures on my Instagram of the end of SmackDown because, excuse me, Roman Reigns looks like he's having the time of his life with his cousins. I guess that's the fun part. It's just the way they were posing was funny. What we talking about today is what the internet wrestling community and the wrestling community is kind of whispering and reverberating is WWE had a big shakeup at their company. And the XFL starts this Saturday. With all of that going on, it's a lot of rumblings happening. AEW came on the scene and shook things up. And AEW has a steady audience, about, I'm going to say, liberally 900,000 for the most part. NXT was then moved to Wednesday nights to combat that niche audience that AEW has attracted. NXT can't get a hold, can't grab. Something's wrong. They got one hand because they usually average about 750,000 watchers. So they got a hand on it, but they just not landing. They not gripping like a trained gymnast would do on the uneven bars. Okay, so WWE's chairman of the board, head of the whole department, head of the whole company, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, fired two, basically, I guess you could say, mainstays from the company, two vice presidents, right? I'm not about to give their names because, honestly, listening to you all talk about this is comical, but I'm going to talk about it because it's a bigger picture to why when a company has a big shakeup and no one is consulted, it causes issues and reverberates across the entire, wrestling atmosphere. Now understand, the reason why these two people who were there for, I guess, tenure, they said over 10 years apiece, the reason why it's an issue that they were fired is because Vince McMahon is the chairman of the board. That's the real position. But there's other board members that he didn't consult. He didn't consult the other presidents of his own company, Stephanie McMahon. I think Shane McMahon's still there. Linda McMahon, Triple H, or Paul Levesque, he didn't confront none of these people. This man sat down and said, these two motherfuckers is coming up out of here. And that is what is causing the problem, because you didn't talk to nobody and get an understanding of where these people were. They said that these two people got fired because they didn't see the vision that Vince McMahon sees. Keep in mind, Vince McMahon is 70-something years old, going on to 80, okay? All of these men that run these big billionaire companies are all super duper old. And they have their own views, and they're completely out of fucking touch. But that's another thing to talk about. So anyway, he didn't consult anybody. It called a ripple effect on the stock market. Understand, yes, his stock for WWE is down. Yes, you probably could buy a stock, but understand, you will not see a return if you buy one stock. In order for you to see a return, you have to buy stocks on stocks on stocks on stocks. I'm talking about thousands upon thousands of stocks to see a return in the stock market. And also understand, you gotta have money that you don't mind losing, because the stock market is a roller coaster. No, I'm not an economist, but what I did learn in college at the university, that if you ain't got it, don't do it. Okay? The majority of people who are focused on the stock market is the 1 to 2% of the United States population, the millionaires and the billionaires. These are people who will hand money over to their analysts, to their financiers, and say, "Do me," and go and play golf. They don't have to worry about their money. My ass and your ass, if you listening to me, you ain't rich. And if you are rich, hey, but you ain't super rich and you ain't got no money to be like, "Let me go put it over here, do me," and go to the grocery store. No. Every piece of money that comes in your house, you got to make sure you optimize to the best of your ability and somehow put some money aside for a rainy day. Because honestly, it's putting money in a savings account. What do you get? Like 0.000% to the 1% to the dollar? It's a bunch of bullshit, okay? So that made the stock market drop. Everybody's like, they're losing money. The value of the stock, the value of the company is what's being lost, not actual money. Understand, the stock market, there is no real money flowing through the stock market. Okay? Okay, so, excuse me. I had to pause for a second. So anyway, that's basically the stock market from a laywoman's thoughts. The stock market does not have real money flowing around. Everything is speculation, speculators, trading, and a lot of little paperwork. It's not actual money. The WWE is still a billionaire company. They still getting money. People still see value in this company. Wrestling is not as popular as it once was. I'm going to be completely honest. Yes, we talk about it, and it seems like everyone's interested, but a majority of the population does not give a fuck about no wrestling. They don't care about AEW, New Japan, WWE. They don't give a fuck about none of that, okay? So, everyone says, how does WWE come out this slump? Number one, there's a couple things that WWE needs to do in order to step into the times and maybe draw a younger, fresher audience. When I was growing up, we were a different set of kids, okay? Saturday morning cartoons, cereal, go outside all day long, can't come in the house unless you get some water. There was no cell phones. There was one video game we had, which was the Nintendo, and before that was an Atari. We used to go to my neighbor's house and play. Okay, you had the Double Dutch. We would date my older brother was playing Scalesies. Like, we was outside. I was scraped up, fucked up, came in dead tired in the summertime. That's not what kids are doing now. When I was 8-year-old me is not 8-year-old now. I have a 9-year-old son. And if you listen in the background, that's what he's doing. He's playing video games. He's doing, all kinds of electronics and shit. He's super advanced, well more advanced than I was at his age. So this is the audience that Vince McMahon is trying to get. Now, when we talk about teenagers, the teen demographic, I'm gonna say the demographics that's golden is between 16 to 30, 16 to 30. Those folks are a whole nother breed of people. And the shit that's on TV right now is not turning these kids on. What turned the boys on back on Raw is War and ECW and WCW when the ladies came out and they was having mud fights and they titties and ass and all that. That's not what's going on in this day and age. We're not trying to see that, right? These are some things that WWE can do that I think they could do to kind of step into the modern world. I don't know what the fuck Stephanie McMahon is doing. I don't know what Shane is doing, because they're only like 50. They're 50. Shane's 50, and I think Stephanie's pushing 50. Why they don't see what Triple H has seemed to notice? I don't know. Stephanie is brand officer, and she's supposed to be head of the women's division or trying to hone the women's division. I don't know what the fuck Stephanie McMahon is doing. One thing that needs to happen. They need younger writers. They need more creativity. They need writers that actually know about wrestling. They need more women writers. They need more writers who are not white. And I'm not going to use the term of color. They need black writers. They need Asian writers. They need Puerto Rican, Latino, Colombian writers. They need writers for every demographic. You understand? Don't just get an Asian writer. Get you a Japanese writer. Get you a Chinese writer. Don't just get a Latino writer. Get a Puerto Rican one. Get a Colombian one. Don't just get a black writer. Get you one that's a black immigrant and get you a black American. You understand? This is what I'm talking about. And then you got your white ones. You get your white one, get your Irish, get you an Italian. We got Scotland represented. Get you some diversity up in this motherfucker. Okay? That's the first thing in your writer's room. Number 2, take Vince out of your writer's room. There's no need for Vince to be all he needs to say is, all right, there's no need for Vince to be even making no type of thought processes or any writing. Vince he moves the way he sees women is if he can't fuck them, there's no need for them to be on TV. Point blank and the period. His wife is blonde, that's what he likes. If you ain't blonde with big rock hard titties, you not finna be on TV. If I don't understand what the fuck is going on with your gimmick, you ain't finna be on TV. If you cross me up, you ain't gonna be on TV. Vince don't need to be in nobody's writing room, okay? Number 3, more diversity on television. Do y'all think it's a joke when I say representation matters? Look how excited. Where's Drew McIntyre from? I'm going to say Ireland. Look how excited them Irish people was when Drew McIntyre fucking Claymore kicked Brock Lesnar up out that ring at the Royal Rumble. Representation. Stop flattening people's ethnicity. Drew McIntyre and what's his name? Sheamus are not the same type of white man. Sheamus is what? Scottish? Drew McIntyre is Ireland. That's 2 different white people. You understand? Now when they get in the ring, remember when Drew and Finn Balor was talking back and forth? Everybody was like, wow, listen to this shit. I like that. We like listening to different dialects. We like seeing different people. We don't need to see Hulk Hogan's just white sliced bread motherfuckers in there talking about I'm an American and then find out he called people niggas and stuff. We already done did that. We done went through the Macho Mans. We done went through all of that shit. We got Canada represented. We got Samoa is represented heavily. Ireland, Scotland, Japan. Where else? We got the Black Americans. We got some African born with Kofi Kingston. We got who else is from a different country? We got Bulgaria with Rusev. Lana, she's was born in Russia, but she was adopted. Like, stop fucking playing with people's ethnicities and flattening it. Everybody has an ethnicity. Everybody's from a country and from a flag, and they want to represent. It's just no different. You understand? It's no fucking different. When you go to NXT, you got somebody from Brazil down there. You got the first Chinese signee in Xia Li. You got Mia Yim representing Korea. And we'll discuss Mia Yim. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a spotlight on Mia Yim. Anyway, represent Korea. You got the Black American down there, Bianca Belair, doing her damn thing. You got you got the Imperium out there, and you got the whole UK roster from different parts of the United Kingdom and the European Union. Like, get the fuck out of here. Let's get this diversity shit down pat properly. Okay? Number what else we got to do? We got to, I think Raw should be 2 hours. I think everybody pretty much has come to that consensus. Raw should be 2 hours, okay? That's what needs to happen. What else will get WWE? Merchandise. Merchandise is very important. Back in the day, when I used to watch Raw and all that good stuff, those people in the audience not only had their signs, because the signs when we had intermission, they used to ask, they used to do this fun game with the signs. So the signs serve a purpose, everybody, not just to be on TV. T-shirts, fuzzy finger, the big styrofoam thumbs, the hats, the socks, the shoes, whatever you want. People want to represent the person that they enjoy. They got jackets now. They got, all kinds of merch, but the shit's expensive and some of the shit don't look good. If you just starting out and you just want a t-shirt, I bought Roman Reigns t-shirt. It's just a black t-shirt with a big dog on it. My son, I got him Bobby Lashley when Bobby Lashley, was just, he had the gray shirt with the hands. The Almighty, you got Almighty and this is a black t-shirt. There's no thought process going behind the merchandise, thus letting me know as a consumer that you don't give a fuck. Okay, Bianca Belair makes her own merch. A lot of these superstars got their own merch on other websites that you could get and come to the show. But that's not the point. If they work for WWE, WWE should be busting the merch out. And don't just focus on one person. Everyone don't care for Alexa Bliss. Everyone don't care for the New Day. Y'all got 7,000 versions of Alexa Bliss, the New Day, the Man. Meanwhile, I'm over here, little old me. I might happen to like Dana Brooke. What would be wrong with me if I like Dana Brooke? Something might be wrong with me. But I might want to get a Dana Brooke t-shirt. Look at what y'all ain't got shit up there for her. Look how y'all did Alicia Fox. Y'all didn't even put no thought into Alicia Fox t-shirts. Yeah, and don't get me started on how they even got rid of Alicia Fox. That's a whole nother conversation because that shit pissed me all the way off. The Kabuki Warriors got some cool shirts, but come on, merch, audience engagement. These people have to engage the audience. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. YouTube has been around for 10 years, and you could do what you want and say what you want and be a star on YouTube as long as you stay within standard and regulations. All right. YouTube can WWE uses the YouTube page as a gauge. WWE's stuff from Monday and Friday and backstage stuff is a hit on YouTube because no one is sitting down watching anything for 3 fucking hours when I could go to the YouTube and get the highlights. Anybody who didn't see the Royal Rumble, you can literally go to YouTube and just get the highlights and be like, oh, that's what happened, boom. You might have missed a couple Easter eggs, but for the most part, you ain't missed shit for real. WWE thinks that Lana and Rusev and Bobby Lashley's a hit because the YouTube hits are so high. No, they just wanted to see, Lana's titties flapping out for a few minutes. That's all. A 3-minute clip on YouTube does not translate to audience engagement. That translates, unless WWE is going to be exclusively online and no longer on television, those YouTube hits and stuff are absolutely useless in my eyes. It's just like someone who has 1 million followers on YouTube, 1 million subscribers, but they only get 50,000, 70,000 views, clicks on their videos. Yes, that's a little bit of revenue, but something's wrong with that because if I got 1 million followers, I'm going to need at least close to 200,000-300,000 views, I would think, right? If you got someone who has, 150 followers and they're averaging 2,000-3,000 views on their video, fucking YouTube is going to be like, well, what's going on over here? What are you doing to get these people to engage with you? But they're not subscribing. A lot of times people tend to check in and check out. On my videos, when I look at the analytics, I do right now. This video is going into 18 minutes. I'm talking. You all probably listening to me for 3 minutes, but I got the click, and that's a view. And what I want you to do is go ahead and subscribe and get into the stuff. So that's why a lot of times at the beginning of these videos, people say subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, or whatever they got to say. So they can go ahead and remind you on the way out to hit the thumbs up and thumbs down or whatever you got to do. I'm trying to engage you. This is what WWE has lacked. They're no longer engaging the audience. They're no longer, appreciating the audience that grew up with them. Me, Marks, or whatever you want to call them, Schmarks. And they're trying to get a new audience that's not here for their bullshit. The casuals. So what WWE needs to do is turn upside down and open up their doors and step into a whole new world, as they say in Aladdin. A whole new world. It's so much possibilities. WWE could be what they want to be. Even AEW, brand new company, has their flaws, and they're visible and they're right there, and they need to fix them. New Japan, you can't really equate whatever's going on in New Japan because Japanese culture is homogeneous. There's one group of people to entertain. Now, if Japanese culture was mixed in with Vietnamese and Chinese and Cambodian and all kinds of Asians, I guarantee you it would be an issue because Koreans want to see Koreans. Just like Chinese people want to see Chinese people and Japanese want to see Japanese people. So if there was all different type of Asians in New Japan and they were not represented, they would have the same issue. You cannot have a diverse, huge population like the United States, which is only like 305 million people, but it's so diverse, so many different cultures and ethnicities and languages. People want to see themselves. And Vince McMahon needs to realize that. And these old white men don't know how to move forward with the times. So I'm going to leave it here, y'all. Let's see what happens. If you made it this far, please put pound Vince McMahon move. Pound Vince move if you made it this far. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you thumbs up and thumbs down this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and my Twitter. And make sure you subscribe. Don't just come listen and don't subscribe. I got plenty of thought-provoking commentary for you to indulge and get through your days. Alright, this your girl Stephanie. This is Wrestling in Color Podcast. And I'll check you on the next video. Bye!